Once you have fornicated multiple times, you have now developed preferences. You know how good oral sex can be. You know how fat the butt can be. You know how good same thing with the woman, size and technique. The problem with premarital sex, this is why God never wanted for us to have sex outside of marriage. Because once you've experienced things that you should have only experienced within wedlock, you develop preferences. So when you meet a really good woman, she's everything you need, but she can't turn it up in the bedroom like that freak can. Mm-hmm. You may pass up on your soulmate because she can't please you like the freak. And a lot of people have lost out on good relationships because they didn't come with freak of the week talent. And that's why with plural marriage, if we decided to start marrying our children before sex, it could be a good thing if you got healthy parents making a decision, because guess what? If my daddy choose my wife, she's the only woman I ever felt, taste, touch. You understand? Mm-hmm. You always going to be content because you ain't had nothing else. But if you've been with 5 or 6 freaks and dad say, I got a wife for you, you're like, Daddy,
you got a problem.
Wait a minute, Daddy, I got to test them out first.
Right.
And too often, people are letting sex be the determinant, and we shouldn't be. I've had women, sisters admit it. Dr. Umar, I should have married him, but he couldn't turn it up in the bedroom. And I went with my first love, and it was the worst decision that I made. We given sex too much room. And I believe one of the reasons sex is taking up too much space when it comes to choosing our life mate is we are not spiritually grounded. You're over relying on pleasure. If your relationship with supreme consciousness was where it needed to be, pleasure would not be so prominent in your life. But because you don't have that relationship with God that you need, pleasure is carrying too much weight. And that's a big problem with a lot of us.
Wow.
Great words, Dr. Umar. Great words. Sex is more spiritual than we can ever imagine. It is more spiritual than we can ever think it is. And we have way too many options in this generation. Way too many options. That is ruining a lot of good relationships. We have to be reserved. We have to preserve ourselves. This thing is more deeper than we can ever see with the naked eyes.